Good morning everyone. In this video I'm going to be analysing the live price action for EU and DXY to see what opportunities may be available for today. You're going to see my analysis and my strategy, so if you're interested in those then please stick around. Right, starting off on the daily, we have EU on the top, DXY on the bottom. What can we see on the daily? Well, yesterday we closed out as a massive bullish engulfing day, closing above previous weekly highs and the previous high here. So a lot of bullish momentum, and obviously our inverse DXY had a bearish engulfing, bearish close, closed below that previous low that rejected this daily imbalance. However, what we do still have is SMC divergence from this high to this new high, because DXY from this low has still made this high low. So there are still some indications with that correlation break of DXY possibly having some strength because it's refused to make that lower low. So we'll see how that plays out. At the moment, EU obviously is making those higher highs. Took sell side liquidity below this low, made a new high. Took buy side liquidity above this high here, made a new low, right? Just hasn't taken out this low here, but internally it's still making lower lows. Clearly we've started off today very bearish. We didn't have any wick in yesterday's candle really, so immediately overnight and into Asia we had taken that buy side liquidity from the previous daily high and previous daily low on DXY, and you can see we're having some sort of reversal pullback kind of bearish energy right now coming from the previous daily high. So let's go down to the 4 hour and see what that shows us. So just quickly while I'm zoomed out, this was our previous leg here, this bullish leg from this low to this high. Now we've broken this high here, like I said we possibly could, since rejecting this area, made that a weak high. We've finally gone and done it now. So we now have a new bullish leg from this low to this high. So this is where we mitigated this 4 hour and then we broke above, creating that new high up here. Most of this movement was done during news, but then the momentum continued even after. So we've got our new high bullish leg on the 4 hour, and we have our new bearish leg on DXY from here to here after taking out this previous leg from here to here. So let's just zoom in a little on this price action. Okay, so naturally we've created a bullish leg. We're definitely within a premium, but just to make it obvious, of course, we have this indicator here showing this area here is the premium. From all that buy side liquidity and bullish momentum, clearly we're having some sort of pullback. Now we have 4 hour imbalance here, though it's within the premium, may provide some support for a little while once filled, but then we have the bigger imbalance down here within the discount with our 4 hour order block POI there as well, which may draw price. So we expect the price to come down to a discount. Sometimes it does ignore mitigating the lower POI here, but I think in this case it's a lot different. This is a massive imbalance here with order block, and we had a lot of momentum, taking a lot of previous highs buy side liquidity. So I do expect a more deeper pullback, but we'll see what happens around this area once this is filled and what other lower time frame confluences there are that may provide some sort of support during this pullback. We have a nice big imbalance here also with the order block on DXY, which makes sense and should also provide a draw on price to fulfill this imbalance. So just to reiterate, we have our draws on price in the discount, we have our order block, we're in a premium, we expect some sort of pullback from all that liquidity, right? So let's go down to the 1 hour and see what that shows us. So on the 1 hour, clear 1 hour leg, it's the same as the 4 hour leg for now. Obviously we mitigated that 4 hour area, we mitigated a 1 hour imbalance, didn't quite make it down to the order block, but clearly that wasn't necessary. On DXY we came up, filled a 1 hour imbalance as well, took some buy side liquidity and then broke down with the news for that day. So very clear 1 hour leg. Obviously we're in a premium, the same as the 4 hour. We are a lot more bearish on EU so far than the bullish candles that are forming on DXY, but either way they should agree and be heading into the same direction. Now, as mentioned on the 4 hour, we had that imbalance around here. We also have that same imbalance around here on the 1 hour with possible order block there. right? So like I said, we may see some sort of support here, and it may just be the support that provides a pullback. I don't expect price to fully reverse from here, but it can happen and that can go against us. So it's just something to be aware of. We can't eliminate all of our negative confluences, but we should at least be able to know what to expect from price in certain areas. We obviously expect price to go down to a discount eventually. So my bias clearly from today is we're in a premium. We've got that high time frame SMC divergence still. We've taken a lot of buy side liquidity yesterday from previous weekly highs and just previous historical highs. We've done the opposite, of course, on DXY. We have the same price draws on both sides within a discount. So I expect a pullback. I'm expecting bearish behavior. So my bias for today will be bearish, though bearing in mind what may happen around this area. So let me just put this line here, just so we're aware of when that is filled. So now we know when that is filled, so we can see that negative more clearly. We have a 1 hour imbalance above here, so I'll just draw that out because it may come in for use later on. Right, so that's our confluences, that's our negative, and there's our bias, right, to continue going bearish towards an imbalance back to a discount where the discount POIs are. Now we've established that, let's go down to the M15, see what opportunities may be available today. Now, as we can see this morning, the market's making moves without us. You know, we're going bearish with a lot of momentum towards this imbalance, which is also an M15 order block. So we'll see how price reacts there, but we've got our eye on that, haven't we? It's probably going to provide a pullback, could provide a continuation, right? Like we could take out this high, but I'll remain with the bias that we're going to want it to come to a discount. So any pullback may be an opportunity to go bearish. So now this is filled here. We'll see how price pulls back and we'll go from there, right? The DXY order blocks and stuff aren't as clear. We've still got room to go for its M15 order block that would match up with this, but it's probably going to head there and may hit that. We've seen already the structure break. We've broken above this high on the lower time frame. So the order flow and the structure has switched. Same here on DXY. So it's switched bearish already. Now if I just zoom in slightly on price, you can see where I've marked out that during Asia we swept some internal liquidity when it created this little range, buy side liquidity internal, mitigating this old M5 POI as well, and we broke down with momentum from there. As you can see, we've got an M15 order block with imbalance, and it's exactly where that hourly order block is as well. So that leads me to where my first opportunity for going short would be from. We have M15 order block, internal liquidity, break of structure clearly, right? Bearish momentum. Now the negative for this will be this imbalance in M15 order block is going to provide this pullback, but we are in a premium. We've got high time frame SMC divergence, let's not forget that, and we've got a 1 hour POI here as well. What would I be looking to do? I'd be looking to enter around this order block here, stop loss just above that high, of course, and then aiming bearish down to previous lows or whatever percentage you aim for, right? So that would be the first opportunity. I would want a nice corrective pullback, preferably leave an inducement around here maybe, then pulling back, pulling up, then we go down. So inducement possibly around here. It'll look better with inducement because that'll be some buy side liquidity to take out before we go down. It will also help with the negative of this imbalance being filled, right? If we get a nice corrective pullback and not a massive bullish one, it will add some confluence to the trade to go bearish. So that's that example. The safer option, as I was saying, may be to just wait. Let's wait for price to pull up, mitigate this area, show that it's going to hold, right? And then we wait for that second break of structure. Break of structure there, get the continuation, right? We may pull back to another lower time frame order block and imbalance to continue downwards. So some sort of continuation, doesn't have to be this high up. It could happen somewhere down here after this is mitigated, but either way, same thing, pull back, mitigates this 1 hour POI, that holds, we create new structure, we break structure, pulling back to our possible lower time frame imbalance and order block with possible inducement after breaking structure for a second time, and then we would obviously trade stop loss just above the high, back down bearish. Now price has got super bearish momentum. Doesn't look like this imbalance and M15 order blocks doing much so far. We'll see if we can get into anything today, but that's the opportunities that I see. I would only want to go bearish and sell until we're into this discount, when I'll be looking for some sort of buy scenario. So that's the opportunities for today. I hope you gained value from that. I hope it was clear. Any questions, let me know in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.